Morning gardeners. The other day I mentioned I was getting a little mini greenhouse from a friend. So there it is, in situ on the drive. I covered this bed here with this corrugated plastic, and my goodness, the lettuce have gone berserk. So that was worth doing. I'll do that again. Let me back up a bit. Right, they're all my broccoli, green and purple I think they are. Lemon balm, figs, nothing on the figs. Grapevines coming nicely. I've chopped down the broad beans, leaving the roots in the ground. I don't like broad beans. Don't like them at all. I'm not even sure I'll bother even putting them in, even for the nitrogen next year. Tony's just harvested me a little cucumber off there. It's looking very moth-eaten. We'll see how that comes on. It's very, very sheltered here. It gets very, very warm, but we've had cold days, we've had cold nights. There's a lot of tomatoes on the tumbling... Sorry, I'm doing that too fast. I'll go slowly. There's a lot of tomatoes coming on the tumbling toms. Oh, I say tomatoes, I mean flowers, but look, loads. They're a brilliant little thing. For a small space, they're a brilliant thing to put in. I've got 2 of those. Perfect. Hosta's looking pretty. I gave my friend the big rhubarb that was standing there because I've got loads of rhubarb. I've got different courgettes, pattypan squashes, zephyr courgettes with the alley, all sorts of different things coming there. Oh, that needs tying back up again. It's fallen down. Oops, 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 oops. I'll come back and see to that in a minute. That's tomatoes. The best tomato I have ever grown grew in that flower border there. It was one that the birds must have dropped because it just snaked across that border. And I must have had kilos and kilos of tomatoes, and people were coming past just to have a look at it. And I just left it there to see what it would do. What a crop of tomatoes I had on it. So if you've got the space to leave one snake across your floor, let it do that. And Pete down in Cornwall, I was looking at your rocky, stony soil. I wonder if it's worthwhile just sticking a tomato, let it snake across. It'll root where it can. Love your channel, by the way. I'm looking forward to seeing how you progress. And thank you for coming and leaving a comment on mine. They're my peppers. They're coming nicely. Again, as I said before, I've got aubergines over the back, tomatoes across there. Fruit trees are looking great. Look at the apples on that one. And there's quite a few pears on that duo pear there. That fig, it did originally have 6 figs on. Blackbirds went and took them all off. I mean, they were tiny, they weren't much bigger than a blinking pea, but the blackbirds took them. Not much on that one. That's the Golden Delicious, I think. Not much on that this year. I've got leeks in there. As you can see, I'm making the most of every last little bit of space I've got. So that's the front garden, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't all be out there gardening in your front gardens. Turn it into veg plots. If that's where the sun is, turn it into veg. Why grow lawn? You can't eat grass. I mean, Tony years ago, long before I ever met him, filled this with gravel. I'm gradually taking over. Tony's not a gardener. Oops, steadying down. Tony's not a gardener, and gradually I'm taking over the front space for gardening. And I've got a little plan seeding in my mind. I haven't spoken to Tony about it, but it's seeding there. So that is one of these watch this space things for the front garden. You enjoy your day today, folks.